Hello there everyone, welcome back. I'm here to be talking about my top 10 favorite entertainment moments of 2022. Now, this year has been an interesting year in terms of entertainment from movies, shows, video games, and it's really diverse this year. So I'm really glad to continue this series that I started, I believe, in 2020, and I like the result of it, and I hope you guys do too. So with all that said, I'm just going to get right into it, but real quick, there are going to be spoilers for certain moments, so I don't really want to divulge into what all was on the list. So if you just look at the thumbnail and you see stuff that's in here that you haven't watched or played or seen, just a heads up there, you might want to, watch it or play it or see it. So with all that said, I'm going to dive right into this list. So at number 10, we have the mission Alone from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 2022. Now, this is easily my favorite mission in this game, and the game I think was kind of divisive amongst critics, but fans love the game. And what I love about this game, because overall I think it's a really well-made game and really fun, and I still think Modern Warfare is probably the best series from Call of Duty. And what makes me really like this mission is after a big pivotal moment where the Shadow Company and Graves and all betray you, one of your friend Alejandro was kidnapped, goes off somewhere, and you were injured and you're left on your own in this city that's being ransacked by Shadow Company, being horrible people and trying to find you. So you have to use the equipments like a glass shard, or finding supplies around, doing something like Last of Us, crafting supplies and finding them around the map, finding making a pipe bomb, making a flat, doing all sorts of cool stuff. And I just thought the mission was really unique, tense, and fun. At number 9, we have the beach scene from Gun Maverick. Now, I think this movie overall, it's really hard to pinpoint a scene from the movie, because I think the whole movie is terrific. So I decided to at least pick this scene because it was such a fun, feel-good scene of them, playing on the beach, trying to release some stress and tension from their mission that they're going on. And it plays that great, One Republic song, and it's just such a fun moment in the movie. And it just made me really, it's one of the reasons why I love movies. That scene made me realize is it's just I just was in such a happy place watching this whole movie and this scene. So at number 8, we have Daniel LaRusso versus Terry Silver from Cobra Kai Season 5. Now, Cobra Kai is a phenomenal show. I love it, and it has a lot of great moments for character moments, story moments, and action moments. And this one was kind of the pivotal for a lot of what the show was building up, how Terry Silver, and especially in the later half, kind of became the main antagonist. And it just ties in so well to, ironically, Karate Kid 3, and to see them, finally take down this big bad in Terry Silver and Daniel, it does cuts between the movie and the scene. It was terrific to watch. At number 7, we have Wanda versus the Illuminati from Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Now, this movie amongst fans and critics was, I guess you could say, divisive. But a standout for me that I loved was seeing Wanda go true evil, so villainous, because I feel like that was what the arc of the past movies and show and all was building up towards. And to see her in full display of being a crazy, evil person and just absolutely obliterating this crew of characters like Captain Carter and Professor X, Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, all these, Captain Marvel, it was just, the whole ordeal was wild to watch. It was crazy how powerful she really is. She's powerful, but just to see it in full display, terrific scene. At number 6, we have Brock's death from God of War Ragnarok. Now, this game has a lot of emotional and heartfelt moments and a lot of crazy betrayals. And the main one was finding out that the guy that you rescued, Tyr, this whole time turned out to be one of the main bads, Odin. And as a result of you not finding out, he ends up killing one of your companions and friends in Brock. And it just causes a rift between Sindri and the rest of the group. And it was such a crazy, shocking moment that I don't think a lot of people were expecting. And if you were like really paying attention, if you go back and play the game again, you could see the signs, because I always thought Tyr was useless, always complaining and talking down to the missions we brought up and all that. And to find out that it was Odin that whole time, because you found him near the beginning of the game, so to find out that whole time was such a crazy twist. And of course, killing a beloved character who was like a main pivotal character in the first game. And it was just shocking, to say the least. At number 5, we have The Affair from Hell of a Boss Season 2, Episode 1, The Circus. Now, this season and just the show of Hell of a Boss has been on a big hiatus since, the last episode way back in late October of 2021. So to see them make an episode finally, it comes back. And what we got was a lot of much needed development for the character of Stolas. And to see like the actual moment that they hinted at and teased at and all that in the pilot of how they sort of became a couple, like it's such, like the relationship is Blitz and Stolas is so toxic and so awful, right? But it just really shows the layers on. For example, with Blitz, at first he doesn't care about Stolas, he doesn't like him or anything, he just wants to use him for his own gain, for his own personal gain. And then, as you see slowly over time, he, develops these complicated feelings for him and stuff. Whereas Stolas, he's in a arranged marriage that he was forced to be in. He doesn't like it at all. He hates his life in a lot of ways. And to finally feel like he has that someone that loves and cares for him and all that, only you're watching it and it's just so awkward and all, because like you feel bad for both of them in a way, mostly Stolas. But on top of all that, it's well animated and it looks really it's really interesting to watch. But that's all I have to say on that. At number 4, we have the baseball scene at the end of Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Now, I do love stuff coming full circle and all that, and for this movie, because you see in the first movie how Sonic, near the beginning of the movie, he's at that baseball field. He doesn't have a family, he's all alone and all that, and by the end of the second film, he not only has his family with, Tom and Maddie, the humans in the movie, but he also has, his best friend Tails and, his other friend in Knuckles, and they're like one big family in a way together. So to see the contrast from him being alone by himself in that first movie to now he finally has people to play baseball with, it was such a beautiful scene. It was just great to watch, because I love when stuff comes full circle like that, and it was just a great scene in my opinion. At number 3, and this is at first I was really surprised at how high it was because of the current state of the show, but it's Jesse revealing Janine's idol in Survivor 43. Now, this moment, like this by far has to be my favorite moment in at least this new era of Survivor, and this was so crazy and just shows how much of an excellent player Jesse is, because both idols he got throughout the season, he didn't get them on his own. He got them through his phenomenal social play from other players. Like, they really hide the fact that Jesse is a full-on villain this season, because how he got this idol was due to this one dude in the cast, James, having the knowledge is power, which is you can ask someone if they have an idol, and if they do, they have to give it to you. Before that vote, early on in the merge, everyone was giving away all their stuff, switching everything around, and Janine gave her idol to Dwight, and the viewer, it was a quick and you miss type moment where they see her, like him give it to Jesse, and that same night he votes him out after the dude gave him the idol. So everyone thought the idol was out of the game, including Janine. So when he pulls it out, when Carla's trying to turn the votes onto him, and just Janine's face you see there, everyone is shocked. Like, they were not expecting it. And to see a moment come back that is it's a top tier Survivor moment, not just in this new era. I think it's up there as one of my favorite moments due to how crazy and unexpected that was. And it just shows that, like, I love this season a lot. There's so many fun moments, great characters and stuff, and this just was one of the major highlights for me. At number 2, and I was like, for a while, I was debating on this or what my number 1 is, but number 1 still sticks with me, so I have to pick this as number 2, and it's the first encounter of the wolf from Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Now, a lot of people would say that it'd be the panic attack scene in the movie, which I honestly was debating on because it could be interchangeable, because both of those scenes are, in my opinion, the best scenes in the whole movie, for real, because of how crazy that they were able to do that in a DreamWorks movie, like a movie for kids, to do such mature themes like that. But this scene, I think, character-wise and story-wise, really kicks the plot into high gear and really kicks, the character of Puss in Boots, his arc of growth throughout the film, where he's on his last life, he knows this, but he's still going to try to have that same attitude. And then this wolf comes, beats him easily, and gets him afraid. He sees his life flash before his eyes. His hair stands up. And instead of continuing on the fight, because the wolf's taunting him, when he dropped his sword, he's like, pick it up. He runs. And the thing that scared him was when I was shocked. Like, he bled. And I was like, whoa. Like, this movie goes all out on, like, animation, mature themes, great character moments. I cannot express enough how much I love this movie, and I was just shocked at how far they went, and for that, it had to go here. And of course, for number 1, and it was kind of a no-brainer when I first saw this scene, I knew it was probably going to be number 1, but it's Max escaping from Vecna, aka running up that hill from Stranger Things Season 4. Now, this scene and this season I thought was really great, but this scene has to be one of, if not my favorite moments in all of Stranger Things, due to the fact that it was around episode 4, I believe, in the Dear Billy episode, but you have this early arc of Max just not really caring, she's not really there, she's depressed and stuff about, all that she's went through, and, with her brother dying and stuff, even though they had an awful kind of relationship there. And so she gets kidnapped by, this character in Vecna who's literally killing the people to, for some type of thing, that he wants to do to destroy the world, or at least Hawkins. And upon her being kidnapped, she hears her favorite song playing, and the portal opens up to see her friends, and she sees the moments that outweigh the bad on all the friends she's made and everything she's been through. And in that moment, she decides, no, I want to live. And she fights for her life there and runs, and it plays that song of her literally running up the hill to get out of there. And I just thought the character beats and story moments there were so emotional and heartfelt, and it really hit me, So just watching it all unfold was a beautiful scene. It was just well made, and I had to put that number 1 due to that. So with all that said, those were all my favorite entertainment moments of 2022. Did I miss any? Did you guys have any suggestions on what you want to have here, or do you disagree with some of my options? Again, let me know down below in the comments. That would be much appreciated. And if you want to hit the bell and subscribe to my channel, that would be awesome too. And thank you all so much again for watching, and I hope you all have a happy new year, and I'll see you all into the next year. Bye.